Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Yeniffer Segments. I want to thank you again for coming along and watching our videos here at Holy Cross Ministries. We want to pass along all the amazing services that we have and how we have been helping the community throughout this many years of service. So today along, I came and brought Lorena. She is a very good friend of mine and the director of Legal Immigration Program. And I wanted to bring her along so she can introduce herself and explain a little bit more of what is, immigration and why do we have legal services. So go ahead, Lorena, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what's your passion. So go ahead.
Thank you, Yeniffer. I am very happy to have a chance to talk with you about immigration. We speak about it quite often in the office because a lot of the services that we provide are to immigrants in the community. And so it makes sense that we have some sort of services to help people navigate the really complex U.S. immigration rules and laws. And so I joined the program about 3 years ago, and I am an attorney. I've been an attorney about 20 years. And so I was very excited to move from the profit world, for profit, to Holy Cross Ministries, because, as your viewers, friends, as we all know, the nonprofit world and helping the people that we help is the greatest thing of all. And that really is what I'm passionate about, is having the opportunity to help people who really need help, providing them access to justice, social justice through legal services. So,
right. Lorena, so who are the people at Holy Cross that provide these legal services?
So we have an immigration services team, and that team is made up of what they call accredited representatives. And what that means is that the Department of Justice tests and certifies individuals who have a lot of knowledge and information about immigration, and they certify them to give legal advice, even though they're not attorneys. So that's a really special, it's really cool because it allows us to have more people out there giving information. So our team has these accredited representatives. We also have attorneys and paralegals. And when someone calls our front desk reception line, they can make an appointment to come in and meet with one of our representatives or our attorneys and talk about whatever questions they have about their immigration issues. So it's a pretty talented team. They're all, very, very passionate about immigration and have been here for many years. So it's a good opportunity to meet with good people.
Lorena, as a part of the Promotora, at Holy Cross, I am one, as you know. A question that I get the most is, how can clients get more of a direct appointment? I know you mentioned calling the receptionist. That is definitely something that is the first step to do, is calling that receptionist and giving them the information so they can get connected to the correct person at the team. Is this true?
Right. Yeah, that is the best way to do it. Unfortunately, it's not always the easiest because we do get a lot of telephone calls. And it's hard to call somebody directly because the consultations are all scheduled. And so it can be frustrating if you can't get straight through to someone. I would always suggest leave a message, because a lot of people will call, and if they don't get a voice, they don't leave a message. But if you do leave a message, our receptionist does check them and calls back, leave your name, and they will get back in touch with you to schedule an appointment. And the other thing you can do is, on our website, there is a place for you to input questions and ask for help or information. And so if you want to go to the website and fill out that section, those questions come to us, and they do come directly to one of the team members.
Got it.
So both, and once you actually speak to someone and you're assigned to a specific person, it's a little bit easier to get through. So unfortunately, there's not enough of us out there to be able
Yeah.
to the phone.
A lot of work. And I do tell my clients that to be patient, please. We are more of a direct contact to all of these programs because we are promotoras. So I always tell my patients to be as patient as they can be, because there is a lot of workload, especially now with immigration and so much going on. So I wanted to ask you another question is, what kind of support do you guys provide to the community in the legal department?
Well, that's a great question. And another of the reasons why it is, we have a lot of people trying to get in touch with us is because we charge on a sliding scale basis, which means it's a lot less than you would have to pay a private attorney. And so we make it as affordable as possible. That's why there's so many people who call. But the services that we offer, is that you asked me that, aside from the consultations, we can help you figure out whether or not you're ready to get your green card, whether or not you can get employment authorization, and how to get it renewed, when you're ready for citizenship. There's all kinds of decisions and legal advice that has to be made. And then we can actually, help you fill out the paperwork, help you prepare the packets, or we can, legally represent you. So those are the services that we provide at, again, a very low minimal fee. And in some cases, if there's coverage, there's no fee depending on the income level. So that's really important.
Okay. And I know one of your jobs is to also meet with people to help them understand how immigration laws work, correct?
That's correct.
Sometimes they don't know, I know there's a lot of people that come on parolees and they don't really understand the paperwork that it's given to them. So I know that's, you guys do also provide one in the consultation, them bringing the paperwork so you guys can help them. I know you are great at doing that. So anything else that you'd like to talk about? Anything special about immigration that we need to touch on?
Sure. Well, the thing that we're actually well known for historically is helping victims of crime and domestic violence. And as a promotora, you know that in the community, sometimes people suffer quite a bit as victims. And if they're not from the United States, but they're here, they're born somewhere else and they're here on a visa, just attempting to have a new life or just be part of the community. If they are a victim, the person who hurts them oftentimes will threaten, to keep their immigration papers away from them or not to sponsor them, for their authorization. And so there's a special visa available called a U visa, and that permits us to help these victims apply for a green card and be protected from the person that they're reporting taking advantage of them. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So, and it was the law was intended to encourage people to report crimes because law enforcement wants to protect everyone in the community, and we don't want people, victims being afraid to report the crimes. And so we work a lot with victims in the community, and it's a very satisfying, rewarding job to be able to see somebody come out of a situation where you guys would help them find a new home, a shelter, a place to live, and then we're able to work with them on their paperwork so that their immigration status is protected. So that's probably we focus on the humanitarian piece of it.
Absolutely. And that's great. And this is why I'm just so grateful and honored to be at Holy Cross Ministries, as I know you are as well. We love what we do, truthfully. And we're just hoping to continue improving as a person and to be able to understand our community and their needs. So, Lorena, I want to thank you for being my guest today. And before we go, I would like to talk to you guys about the recertification of Medicaid. As you guys know, it is coming to an end, the global pandemic. So now we are wanting to recertify. So those that are applicable and have Medicaid, I like to share the screens with you guys. So right here, it is in Spanish. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to Spanish. So vuelven las revisiones de Medicaid. Tres cosas que tienen que verificar es que se aseguren de que su información de contacto esté actualizada, o sea, significa que su dirección, si se movieron, esté actualizada, su número de teléfono. En caso de que ustedes se hayan movido, es importante de que los llamen para dejarles saber, porque todos los contactos llegan en medio de carta. También, obviamente, revisen sus correos para una carta y completen el formulario de renovación si es que reciben uno, ¿ok? En caso de que no reciban uno y ustedes piensan que es tiempo de renovar, por favor, llámenos a nosotros aquí en Holy Cross. Nosotros tenemos dos muchachas especialistas en hacer esto. Una se llama Estefanía Suárez y la otra se llama Carmen Cárdenas, y ellas los van a poder ayudar a recertificar, ¿ok? También tengo otra cosita por acá. Déjame ver si lo encuentro. Ok, bueno. Básicamente es eso. También queremos hablar de que vayan a sus citas, traten de que lleven a sus niños a revisarse los ojos, a tener examen físicos, porque todo eso los cubre Medicaid, y es importante de que ustedes si tienen Medicaid como adultos, o los niños, que vayan a los médicos para que se den un examen físico. Cada año se debe de hacer uno para solamente chequear cómo están y vean la cuestión. Entonces, gracias por su tiempo. Thank you guys for your time and being here. And with this, I'm going to end the podcast. Thank you, Lorena. Thank you so much.
Thank you.